Hi folks, today I have for you the Dice of Life, a game by Double L Games and currently on Kickstarter. A friend of mine is the designer and he loaned me these prototype components to give you a look here. So the Dice of Life is set around Celtic mythology, around the Tree of Life. Features Celtic dragons and centers around the number 4, important in Celtic numerology. The Dice of Life is a simultaneous real-time push your luck roll and write. Plays multiplayer, single player, probably around 30 minutes or so. Anyway, you check out all the details on the Kickstarter. I'll have a link in the description here. Show you a bit of the components. This is a custom dice mat that's available, but the core components are of course a dry erase marker for the laminated personal player boards and 3 markers to mark your track on the planes at the bottom of your player board, and then dice. I'm showing 6 dice here just to give you an idea of the 6 dice faces of the dice that come with it. So one face being a Celtic dragon, another being the Tree of Life itself, and then the numbers 1 through 4. All the dice are the same. Each player is going to play with 4 though, so I'll put away a couple here. And what you're going to do on the game is, if you take a closer look at the Tree of Life there's a series of numbers in a pattern there. So you're going to take your 4 dice and roll them each turn, and you can re-roll up to 2 times for a total of 3 rolls each. All players are going to be doing this at the same time. At the end of those 3 rolls, you're going to end up potentially with numbers, with trees, or with dragons. So what you're going to do is any dice with numbers on them, you're going to total up the pips on all the dice. You must use all the dice with numbers to total 1 number, and then hopefully you're going to be able to circle one of the numbers on your Tree of Life. If that number corresponding to the total on your dice is already circled, well, you can't circle it again. However, if you have multiple trees or dragons, then that's going to turn our attention to the plains at the bottom of the board. With 2 tree dice, you're going to be able to progress up the grasslands plane. With 3 tree dice, you're going to be able to progress up the grove track, which is the middle track here. If you have 4 tree dice, you're going to progress up the forest track. Now, dragons, on the other hand, are used to attack opponents. So similarly, 2, 3, and 4 are going to attack the grasslands, grove, and forest respectively. However, the player who rolls the dragons gets to choose the opponent that they're going to target, which oftentimes is going to be based on who has progressed up those tracks and perhaps who has progressed up the furthest. And so you're going to choose your opponent to attack, and then you will get another dice, a d6, a straight d6, numbered 1 through 6. Both the attacker and the defender are going to roll a d6. Whoever has the highest die result is the winner of the attack. In cases of a tie, well, the dragon's breathing fire, so he's going to do some damage, so the dragon wins in the case of a tie. And in that case, the player who is attacked, if the dragon wins, is going to decrease their tracker on the appropriate plains track. The game end is determined by the first player who fills their Tree of Life. So the first player who circles each and every number on their tree of life immediately ends the game. Now I should describe on each round, as I say, players are going to be simultaneously rolling their dice. At the end of the 3 rolls, each player is first going to resolve their numbered dice, and then each player is going to resolve their tree dice, and only at the very end of the round does the attack phase happen. So I just wanted to go back to that there a bit. So again, at the end of the game, which is triggered by the first person to play, to circle all the numbers on their tree of life, all players will stop, you'll resolve the rolls for that round, and then you're going to go into game end scoring. So for scoring at game end, you look at the score track is on the right hand side of each player board and corresponds to the 15 points is for each number in the 3 corners of a triangle created by the pattern of numbers. 10 points per number is scored for the next inner circle of numbers. So again, all these scores are per number that's circled. And finally, in the inner circle of 4 numbers, each number is worth 5. So the total score for your tree of life is 155 points. Then, according to how far you've progressed on each of the plains tracks, you will add up the numbers under your tracker. So each step up on the forest track is 10 points. However, you get 30 points by going onto the track, and then 10 points per step once you're there. The grove is 20 points to get on the track and 5 points per step. The grasslands is 5 points to get on the track and 5 points per step. So a total score on the plains that's possible is 130 points. So for a total of 285 total possible points for the game. Now, that's multiplayer, and so a little bit different for solo. For solo play, you're actually going to start your plains markers on the second step on the tracks, and on your turns, when you roll a dragon, on the first roll you can re-roll any number of dragons that you roll. For the second and third rolls, you must keep all dragons, and as soon as you roll multiple dragons, you immediately take an attack in the appropriate plains. So again, 2 dragons will attack your grasslands, 3 dragons will attack your grove, and 4 dragons will attack your forest. So no roll of the d6, they simply attack the appropriate plane, and your marker goes down the track. Now, if the dragons attack a plane and you still have more rerolls, you can certainly reroll your other dice, but your dragons you're stuck with them. So you could actually end up having dragons attack multiple plains tracks on one turn. The other thing is about solo is the game end is a little bit differently. So certainly similar to multiplayer, if you finish your tree of life, that ends the game. Score up your points and see how you did. However, another game end is if you get attacked by the dragons and your track marker for that, like say in this case, say we rolled 2 dragons and this was the scenario, I need to reduce the tracker on my grasslands plane. However, it's at the first step. So it gets kicked off that track and the game ends. So as soon as one of these plains trackers is forced off the track by a dragon attack, the game ends. Regardless of how the game ends, you still add up your scores and see how you did. So that essentially is the game of the Dice of Life. Again, the link is in the details or the description of this video, and I hope this video helped you understand the game better. Alright, happy gaming, and bye for now. Okay folks, now that you know how to play the Dice of Life, let's go through a solo run through here. I've got my board set up with the trackers on the second position in the planes for solo play, and I have my 4 dice and my fancy dice mat, and let's get going. My first roll, I got a 4. I like to push for the higher numbers at the beginning. That's just me. And I'm doing alright. I got another 4. No, okay, so I have to keep that dragon. That was my 3rd roll anyway. Got a dragon and a tree, so they don't hurt me. So I guess, but that's my 3rd roll. So I add up my dice, that's 8. I circle my 8 on my board. Because it's just a single dragon and a single tree, doesn't do anything for or against me. And I'm on to my next turn. Okay, so again, interesting. 2 dragons, normally those would attack me immediately. However, that was my first roll. I can just re-roll them. So I think that's what I'm going to do for everything there. There's a 4. Now that dragon I have to keep. And that's a 5 and a 9. That's a 10-pointer. I'll keep that. I had one more roll, but I don't like getting dragons early on either. There's a 4 and a tree and a 3 and a 2. I'll roll those 3 again. Okay, that's my second roll. I picked up another dragon, but that's a 10. I've got 2 10s on my board, so I'll go ahead and circle one of them. There's 2 10s, 2 11s, and 2 12s. Every other number is unique and only occurs once on the board, so I don't mind that. Again, that dragon, I don't have to keep it. I think I'm going to keep that 3 though this time. So 10, 11. You know what? I could roll once more, but 11, I got 2 of them as well. Why don't I take one of those? Oh, that would be bad. 3 dragons and a 4, but that was my first roll. I get to go again. There's a dragon. That dragon I have to keep. I'm going to re-roll that 1, see what I can get. Oh, there's a 2. Ah, that was a mistake. I ended up with an 8, but I already have my 8 circled, so that's no good. And that was my last roll. Nothing I can do. Oh, there's a couple of 4s right off the bat. That's great. I'm just going to keep that. Try for another couple of 4s. Oh, there's a dragon. The 8 doesn't do me any good. Neither does this 1 tree. Can't do anything about the dragon. I'll try. Oh, and it's a dragon. Darn. Okay, I'm at the bottom of my grasslands track. I cannot have another dragon attack there. The 8 doesn't do me anything. So I gotta on to my next turn. Ooh, there's an 8 and a dragon and a 1. I'll re-roll those because that's my first. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that 8 doesn't do me any good. What's the chances of getting another dragon, right? A 10. Okay, so there's my other 10 gone now. And next turn. Oh yeah, normally that would be bad, but first roll, those dragons can't hurt me. Ooh, but that dragon can. That dragon can. And I do have a 7 here. Ah! Yeah, I just don't like being on the bottom of that grassland track, so I'm gonna stick with the 7. I guess I'd better try and get some trees, actually. Okay, I don't like any of that. Oh, I don't like that either, though. Come on. Oh! And there I lose the game. Well, that was an early one. Okay, so we might just do another one here, but let's tally this one up. So that 8 doesn't do me anything, and actually the game is over anyway. So this is going to be a really low score here, folks. Okay, so for game end scoring, 15s is the 3 in the corner. I have none of them circled, so I get 0 there. The inner circle from that is 10 points each. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of a possible 9, and that's 10 points each for 50. I have 1 lonely 7 in the middle for 5 points, and that's really bad writing of mine. So that's 55 for my tree of life. I had 65 for my plains, 40 in the forest, 25 in the grove, and of course nothing in the grasslands because the dragon just decimated me. And that's 55 plus 65, 120. That right there is my lowest score ever. The dragons kicked my butt. Hope that helped understand the game a little bit better even. I think I'm going to try this again and may patch another playthrough right onto this one here. So stay tuned. Otherwise, bye for now. Happy gaming. Okay folks, I have the Dice of Life game set up here to play solo. I'm going to take a crack at this and see how I can do against the dragons. I have my trackers on the second spot. I have my 4 dice and still my trusty game date dice pad here. So let's see how this goes. Okay. First roll, I think I'm going to go for some trees here, but I get to re-roll those dragons because that was my first roll. There's another tree, a 2, well I may as well re-roll that 2 because can't do any harm. And I got a 3. Now there is no 3 on the tree of life. They start at 4, go up to 16, so I can't use my number, however I can use my trees, and that goes up 1 on the grove. Next turn. Okay, now I don't worry about too much rolling off the mat. That was a 1 in my book. But I think I might just play that tree, see if I can get some grassland insurance here. And there's a 4. I could stick with the 4. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. Because of course, actually, if I want to go up on my grasslands to give myself a bit more insurance, if I rolled another tree, I would go up on the grove. And that's not what I want at that point. Is that a wise decision? Well, we'll find out, I suppose. Ooh. I like that. So again, there's 2 10s on the board. I think I'm going to keep that 10, but see if I can make it even higher. Oh, a little bit, but still on that 10 point per, so I get one of my 11s checked off. Next turn, let's see. I'm not as afraid of that dragon. He can't hurt me. 8, 11, there's a 13. I think I'm going to push my luck on this one. There's a 12, there's a 14. Haha, that's one of the outer numbers. That's good for 15 points. Next turn. A 4, 3, 2, and a dragon. Oh, that's the problem. I guess if I'm gonna play the dice on an angle off the mat for me, I gotta play them against me too. So 2 dragons. One of them was off the pad, but I gotta be consistent. So I could keep rolling, but only my numbers. But I'm just gonna stick with that and go with the 8. Oh, there's a couple trees. I gotta keep that dragon. I think that's all I'll do that turn. Give myself a bit more grassland buffer. Let's see what I can do. There's a 4. There's a 6. I guess I've got the 6. Oh, nice. 2 4s. Now that's a 12. I do have the 12, but I also have the 9. We'll take the 9. I don't want more dragons. Oh, I'm getting scared of dragons here. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, my 8 is gone. I have one more roll. Oh, 12, 14, but I already have my 14. Drat. Okay, well, again, can't split up the numbers. So there's a 5. That's my first roll. I'm just gonna do it all over again. Ah! Drat. That's my grassland attacked. I'm gonna re-roll that too. Drat! Okay, so there's the scenario. So I pushed my luck, trying to get a better number, because I was already had the 6, but it did not pay off. I rolled 3 dragons, a 3rd dragon, so I took a hit on my grassland and my grove that turn. That is bad. Bad, bad, bad. That's okay. Just a game, right? Oh, they gotta keep that one. There's an 11. Yeah, again, I'm getting scared of those dragons. I'll stick with my 11. That was a funny roll. You know what? I'm gonna do a mix here. I'll keep a number and that. Okay. Yep, you know what? I don't have my 4 still. I don't want another dragon, so I'll just get some more grassland insurance. Okay. 5, 6. I don't want any of that. I don't want that dragon either, but I'm stuck with him. Oh, there's my 7. Oh, that would be bad if it weren't for my first roll. That is bad on my second roll. And having learned my errors earlier, I think I'm just gonna take that 5, turn tail, and run from those dragons. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I get to re-roll those. There's another tree. I may as well go for another tree. And there it is. So that's nice. I got points there. I wouldn't have minded getting a bit more grassland, but points are good. Keep that 4. Gotta keep that. So that's 9. I have my 9. 11. I have both 11s. So that does not help me or hurt me. And sometimes that's all you can ask. Okay, I'll reroll the rest. 5, 9. I have my 9 already. Do I have my 7? I do have my 7. Another turn in the dust. You know what? 2, 3, and it's just the grove. But that's alright too, that's good. That's points. That's points. My dragon I can re-roll, as well as that 3, but that dragon I cannot re-roll. Oh, 9, nothing. Oh, I'm going to take that tree. I'm going to take those trees. Take that tree and that 4. Okay, well that's good. That's a tree. So that's good. Gives me a bit more grassland. I want to just... Oh, nice. 8, 10. Wimp, but I'm going to take one of my 10s. Sometimes I just want some progress. Ooh, 12, 14. My 14's done, so it doesn't hurt me to re-roll. And there's my 16. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that can be a tough one. That's a nice one to get out. That's a nice one to get out. Yes, I'm happy about that. Okay, 9. That's a 10. That's a 10. Yeah, you know what? That's 10 points. It's all good. 4, 7. Can I get anything useful here? You know what? I'm going to try for some trees. And I did not get trees, but I got dragons attacking my grassland. Nuts! Okay. I want to go with trees. Those dragons, again, don't hurt me on my first roll. Oh, but those ones do. Okay, I'm gonna have to get myself some trees here. 8. Oh, okay, there's trees in my grassland. My numbers don't do anything for me, but the trees do. Oh boy, that's off the board. 8, 11. I'm gonna do 2 here. You're kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me. 2 dragons at the same time. Nothing else. It's just a tug of war with these dragons right now. I got it. And there it is, folks. I lost. Okay. Well, the dragons got me again. Okay, so in my outer triangle I've got 2 of the 3. I'm into endgame scoring. So there's 30 points there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 in that one. 5, 10, 15, 20 in the center. So I got max points in the center. Yay! So 90, that's 110. And then, of course, nothing for my grasslands. And 50 for my forest. 35 for my grove. For 85 points. That's a total of 195. Not the greatest, but such is life. The dragons get me again. Curse you, dragons! Curse you, dragons! Alrighty. Hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did, or half as much as I did. And have fun gaming. Bye for now.